Hello and welcome once again to Lutys Chainsaw Mods. I'm about to put this back together now. I thought I'd do a quick thing on the boarding that I've been doing on it, just show you a few little tips and what have you. I've got now this saw's, well, probably 16 years old, I think, something like that, you know. It's getting on a bit, and this now is the third cylinder that I'm putting on it. I think the last cylinder I got some bits I've got in it somehow or other, I don't know how. I put some deep scoring in it and it's failed early. I've got the original cylinder here which I've kept. This one basically wore out really. I mean, alright, I could have, to be honest with you, I might have got away with putting a new piston in this, but I know the replacement for this one, which is the one that's just failed now, I paid £10 for this, probably about maybe, I know, 8 years ago, something like that. I paid £10 for this. So as regards putting a piston and rings in, yeah, I could have done if I'd have wanted to, but for it, you know, a tenner, you get piston rings, gudgeon pin, circlips, small end bearing and shims, gaskets, new bolts, everything for £10. Now, when I got that one, I ordered two because of they were only a tenner, like, and so now, as I said, this is now my third one. So this is the other cylinder I bought at the same time as that one. So this has only cost me a tenner. And at the end of the day, like I said, the last one let me down because for some reason it's got some bits gone through or of some description. Scored it up. I don't think I could have saved that one. The original one I probably could, you know, if I wanted to go with some, I don't know, 1400 grit or something similar and just clean it a bit and then put a new piston in, or even just buy a set of rings, put a set of rings in it. I could have got away with it with that one, but I decided, I mean, the original one was not ported or anything anyway. I just ran it until it failed. Anyway, so this is the new cylinder that's about to go on, and I've ported this one similar to the other one, but I did a lot of work on the transfers on this as well. But there's something which I noticed. That one, obviously, because I bought these together, is exactly the same as this. But if you look inside this one, the transfers are wide open in this one. So it's got, if you look there, it's just got fully open transfers, okay? Trying to get this light just to work. I think I might be able to get it. Yeah, so it's got fully open transfers just there. There's no walling, no dividers, it's just wide open. Now, obviously that's the way it was built. Yeah, I can see a bit better now, look. That's the way it was built, okay? So this is the original cylinder. No divider in there, no nothing, just wide open, okay? Now the ones, this one this one is the same anyway, so I'll show you this one. So the one I replaced it with, if you look, has got a divider here. Now, the reason they do it is because if you look, it's a massive expanse for that piston ring to go across, up and down. It's unsupported in the middle, which potentially, I mean, you could catch a ring on this cylinder quite easily, whereas this one uses the dividers used just to help the span across the transfers. Now this one, the second cylinder, I never did anything to the transfers, it just went in as is. Okay, but I opened up the exhaust. There's a standard one, and there's the one I opened up. Okay, but as I said, the transfers, that's how they work. So what I've done with the new one that's about to go on now, I've opened up the exhaust, pretty much the same as the other one, and the transfer, if you look, I've worked on the transfer, I've shortened the divider a little bit, and I've put a point on the end of that divider to hopefully, because this one has got like a flat face on the top, which is gonna slow airflow down. So I've put a point on that divider, which hopefully should help. Same the other side as well. Put a nice point on it and shortened it a little bit, because the rings, obviously, they don't go quite down to the bottom. I could have, if I'd have wanted to, I could have just got rid of this divider if I'd have wanted to, and have it like the standard, the original one. But you know, I want it to last really. So I thought I'd just keep it, see how we go. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you, which I'm just going to have to move this camera a minute, just come and show you this. So what you can do, so underneath you can see, obviously that's where the transfers, that's where the fuel and air mixture goes up into the cylinder as a piston comes down. So these sections line up with okay, so they line up, those sections, the transfer sections line up with this section here. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can actually grind out here just a little along the top of the bearing there, grind out there and there, both sides, and you could widen it here and here, and just generally shape it for better flow, and that's what's known as porting the crankcase. So So yeah, you can do that if you want to. Just putting the camera back on. So yeah, you can do that if you want to. Port the crankcase, which sends it a bit, you know, makes it run a bit better. But definitely work on those transfers though, you know. I mean, that's why I wanted to do it on the other one really, but you know, it was running pretty good, to be fair, with just the exhaust done. And raised compression, that's the other thing. I've removed the base gasket, it's gone, so it's just going to have a little bit of sealant around it, tiny bit. Put this on, which was the same as the other one, the way that one was running, and away she'll go. I'll put the new piston on now. I'm about to make the cylinder. Yeah, so I thought I'd just show you that. And then afterwards I'm going to have a go, see if I can adjust the coil with one of these steel air gap tools, because they still set their coil air gaps quite close. And I think that obviously it's if you, the closer you have the air gap, the less air gap you have there, then the more advance you got on your ignition timing, so it should do that as well. Help with the power a little bit. So yeah, so that's it really, just a quick insight into crankcase porting. I mean, I'm not doing it on this because I'm not going to guarantee getting all the bits out if I start grinding away with it now. The only way I would do that is if I had to strip this part of the crankcase and perhaps change the crank bearings or something like that. I'd do it then, but I'm not going to do it as it is because like I say, I just can't get the bits out, and it's just not worth it, not for that, but you know. So yeah, that's it really. It's just it was just a quickie before I put the cylinder on. I just thought I'd show you a few things. I've done that to me. I've ported the crankcase on my MS362, my steel that I've got, because I put new bearings in that, and that runs well. That does. I mean, it ran well before, but you know, it does help a little bit. It does help with flow. So yeah, so thanks for watching again, Lutys Chainsaw Mods. I'm going to get on with this now, put this back together. So thanks for that anyway. Bye for now.